seems impossible, you never lose by living. You only lose by holding back while waiting for the impossible to happen. Demi kita.
Hello guys, you are with me, Ridwan Rosli at Mysore FM Hot Talk, and today is Wednesday, and we have two very special guests, and one of them I would consider himself is, he himself is actually a DJ of Mysore FM.
There you go.
On and off.
Part time.
Yeah, part time. Thank you very much for being here today. We have Azman Aziz and also Lokman Hadi.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys.
Hi.
Thank you for having us.
How are you, Mysore FM?
Mysore FM is doing good.
Yes.
How about both of you? How are you guys doing?
My God, we are doing very fine. Currently, as you know, we are doing our internship. Yep.
So you guys are surviving your internship?
Yep.
Yeah, we are here today, meaning we survived.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be talking about internship today at Mysore FM Hot Talk. As you all know, when we talk about internship, this is not something new. However, it is considered new if you compare like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, because when we talk about internship, based on what I read on the internet, the term started in the medical field.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they started the term internship in the medical field because what? Because before this, especially in Malaysia, we are more used to the term of practical or practicum. But that one are for graduates. After they finish their graduates, they do their practicum or practical.
Yeah.
But when we talk about internship, the term internship these days are very broad. Because why? Because you could be in your high school, you could be still doing your studies, but you're doing your interns. And then I think most of us maybe have watched the film Internship.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Robert De Niro, my favorite.
Yes, a very interesting movie where you see he's not young.
Yeah.
He basically he already retired. Robert De Niro already retired, but so he interned in a company. It was an online thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, but one of the reasons that he interned in that place was because the office used to be his office for more than 20 years, right? So that's one of the reasons. So anyway, today we are talking about internship. We are talking about young people who's currently doing their internship. So, before we go any further, what did you guys thought of internship? Like 2 years ago or 1 year ago, before you guys did your internship? Maybe we want to start with Lokman?
Sure. So internship is a very interesting topic. 2 years ago, I thought that internship is a process of learning, especially related to our course in degree.
And you are studying?
I'm doing public relations.
All right.
A bachelor in public relations. So we've been taught that we are going through the process of internship in our final year.
All right.
But we don't really know what are we going to do in the working environment, I guess, Azman?
Yeah. Well, basically, I really know the term internship, like you said, Ridwan, after I watched the movie Internship. I mean, but today, of course, we can just Google things up, and you would see some pictures or maybe videos on what internship is all about. However, internship differs throughout companies. Different role perhaps or different environment. So. Because in college, prior to our internship, we attended this workshop. A few workshops have been organized by the TLS to actually introduce us what is internship, what you're supposed to do, and
what you're not supposed to do.
Yeah, what you're not supposed to do, of course, on internship. So actually, I think because we are from TLS, by the way, TLS University.
Okay.
So you guys who were listening to Mysore, please join TLS. It's a very beautiful, nice university.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I don't get any extra money from TLS. I'm just saying the truth. So. But the thing is, I'm to say that, but I think we already been prepped enough to actually attend internship for Lukman. I think it's 3 months.
Yep. It's
For
3 months,
myself,
yeah.
however, is 6 months in total, but it's separated into two.
3 months and 3 months.
Yes.
Alright.
Which is now is my first 3 months, and then we'll be going back to our last semester in college, and then I have to attend 3 months of internship. Yeah.
All right. So, right now you guys are doing an internship.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was it on point to your expectation?
Oh, me. All right. I thought I was going to answer.
Both of you.
I would say yes. Currently we are interning in an oil and gas company.
All right.
It's called Yinsen.
Okay.
But it's not really like Petronas or some other giant oil and gas, because it focuses on the production, on the separation of oil and
I
stuff,
bet
and
you know all of
transportation.
that because you started
Yes.
interning there, right?
Because I, to be honest, I know nothing, zero
About oil and gas.
about oil and gas.
Yeah, the industry
And
itself,
because,
yeah.
so the term is FPSO, so
Yeah.
floating production offshore
Storage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right.
this is what the company is doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's very interesting. So at least my background is finance and economics, but at least now I have a very I would say concrete idea and also knowledge
Yeah.
on oil and gas industry.
That's a lot better.
Additional,
That's
yeah.
a lot better than I am, because the only thing that I know about oil and gas is, you have RON 95, you have RON 97, Hijau,
Yeah.
Blue.
Yeah.
Those are the only things. You have diesels and petrol.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that I know. I
Yeah.
mean, if we talk about oil and gas, especially in Malaysia,
And
it
that's
is a
just
very-
oil there, not gas yet.
Oh,
just oil, yeah.
okay, so that is just oil.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
before, yeah, I mean.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So those are the things. I mean, it's like for average people, when you talk about oil and gas,
Oil and
that's the
gas,
only thing that I
yeah.
think. So anyway, so you guys have been enjoying. I would assume that you guys have been enjoying your internship.
We are okay so far.
Maybe Lokman should tell why.
Yeah, because
What's
well,
the beauty?
well, I'm attached to the corporate advisory office, so of course they won't give you the critical decision to be made by the interns. You see,
Alright.
but you learn things. You learn about the office environment, the office culture, the politics
In
in office.
Oh,
and all,
I'm telling
yeah.
you, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, so
The
it's
politics in the company,
yeah.
in office, I'm
It's-
telling you, it's a different ball game than politics in school or whatever.
Yeah,
nonsense
exactly.
they've been through.
Politics in politics.
Politics, I think that's worse.
So it's a new thing for us, and I think it's an experience. Yeah, it's an experience, so it's a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because we get to work with real workers.
Real
Real-
people.
Of course, real people.
Real
They're not fake people.
Of course, yeah.
Fake people.
But
Real stuff,
real
yeah.
workers, so that
Yeah.
they are really working there for a living, but we are just there because it's a part of our assessment in our
Yep,
college.
exactly.
But we get the chance to sit beside them. Like myself, I have a real worker beside me, but
Yeah.
on the other hand, on the other side is my other colleague. We do internship.
Yeah.
So I think, and he's the last guy on the right side of mine. He said nobody else beside him, so I think he just have to deal with me. but I have an upper hand where I can, communicate with him, and also real worker beside me. But we all in my floor. We have several floors. Lokman, by the way, we are working in the same company.
Yeah, same
So, but
company.
Lokman in a different floor.
Okay.
So it's like I see the floor is like the family. It's like every floor have their own family members. So, but of course we are all in one company, and it's just beautiful. But in my floor, I'm telling you, they're like taking care of their family.
You feel like
we
home.
feel like home. We have our own kitchen there,
Yeah,
so
the
we eat
pantry,
together, the pantry, and
You bring some nasi lemak in the morning.
and the beauty of
all.
our company is that we have in-house. They deliver food. I mean, they every day from the period of 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. They will ask
Okay.
us to. They give us some menu. So different days is different menu. So they give us a list. So we just order
So we get free lunch
Free
every day
lunch.
by the
for
company
everyone,
itself.
not only the interns.
Yeah,
for the real
for
ones.
everyone.
I bet that is a very interesting experience. Anyhow, the way you guys explaining it, the way I look at it, is like this is the chance for you to understand not only the working environment, but also how is it to interact with the people.
Yeah, exactly.
The
yeah.
people who work
You are brilliant.
they, throughout the day, they have their own commitments, the way they do it. I mean, this is all the real things that maybe when you were in school and we are in school, we didn't get that experience to understand it from a different perspective.
Exactly.
Yeah. So so you guys just started your intern. First of January.
2nd January. Yeah.
Second of January. So I believe it's been a roller coaster ride since
free fall as well.
Free
Not
fall.
just roller coaster.
Only a roller coaster. So it's a free fall ride. From before this, you were in a classroom. You guys were going to classes, your lectures, your tutoring, and all, and going to the real environment. So the question now is, does all the studies really equip you to going to the workplace?
As from my experience currently, because of course when we apply for internship, I mean we have the
I
opportunity.
wanted to be a CEO, but obviously I didn't turn out to be the CEO.
I don't know whether they have an intern for CEOs, part-time CEOs.
Right? Part-time chairman.
That'd be a dream thing. I mean, we could do it in the future maybe to train young CEOs. But for my experience, as for now, because we apply for it, and of course they will see our CVs. You know, they will look at our background, our studies background. What are we doing in college? Like myself, finance, and Oman is doing the corporate communication. So they will eventually attach us to the department, the related departments based on our studies.
All right.
So I think in terms of that, it's okay because at least we could develop our knowledge as well as knowing the reality of working environment itself, like we discussed. To say whether does our educations that we learn in college really help us in working environment, I would say really it is, because it's just I would say it's the fundamental things that we learn in college, but later on could be enhanced in working experience. So it helps, and not to say it is fully I'm fully equipped, but of course there's very many rooms for improvement in terms of that knowledge as we learn real things.
We can't expect things to be perfect.
No. Yes.
So anyway, guys, we're going to take a short break and listen to Ed Sheeran.
Oh, perfect, because nothing is perfect.
Yes.
Found a love for me, darling, just dive right in, follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Well, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. Kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time, darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it, darling, you look perfect tonight. Well, I found a woman stronger than anyone I know. She shares my dreams. I hope that someday I'll share her home. I found a love to carry more than just my secrets, to carry love, to carry children of our own. We are still kids, but we're so in love, fighting against all odds. I know we'll be alright.
Hello. You guys are back. We are back in Mysore FM Hot Talk with Azman Aziz and Lokman Hadi talking about internship.
Yes.
Yeah, so we started off with internship. So how was it between school and internship? However, I think a very great thing that you guys can share today is not a lot of people have the chance to intern overseas.
Yeah.
So you guys
Kanto ya, you know really lah.
yeah, so you guys had both the chance of interning in Malaysia, and also earlier this year you guys was in Norway. Is it right?
Yep.
Oslo, Norway. Yeah.
Alright, so you guys were in Oslo.
In
Oh,
Oslo
so
city.
I'm very sorry. Oslo is
Oslo, Norway. Yeah, it's
It's a city in Norway.
It's
I
a
would
city
say
itself, also
city
city.
itself.
Yeah.
alright. So not far from where Santa Claus live.
No.
We met Santa Claus actually. No?
Yeah, but he was sick. We
Yeah, he was
paid a
sick.
visit.
Yeah, paid a visit.
Yeah, but not really.
Yeah.
Anyway, how was it, guys? How was it interning in Norway? How was it interning outside of Malaysia?
It's a totally different, a good experience. The company actually sent us there for a training program
Alright.
for about a month, right? About 3 weeks,
Yeah.
and then when we are back here, then we are attached to the HQ in KL.
Okay.
So started from the 2nd January, we were there in
So
the
the first day of internship itself,
Yeah.
we were sent
in the Oslo city.
to the
Yeah,
other side of the world.
yeah.
All right, on the
Far,
first day
far
of
away.
internship.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting.
And
What-
that's a place that I would say not common, you know, like
To
people
go.
always
Yeah.
go to London or I don't know, Germany or whatever. Because where are you going?
Oslo.
Oslo.
Yeah.
So some people doesn't know what Oslo.
Do we
Norway.
do
Wow.
we even have a direct flight to?
We don't.
We
Yeah.
don't. All right. We don't even have a
And
direct
we have,
flight to
I don't
Norway.
think many Malaysians. I think we can count how many Malaysians have been there.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Do we even have a consulate over there?
No, we don't have.
We don't have a
we don't have
consulate.
Malaysian
It just shows,
consulate.
ladies and
Exactly.
gentlemen. So you guys were like, little ambassadors.
Yeah, we'll say that.
by being interns
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Oslo,
exactly.
in Norway. Yeah.
So it's but one thing I can say is very cold, eh?
All right.
It's very
And
cold.
the worst part is that January is the
Uh-huh.
coldest month
Of the year,
of the year in Norway.
All right. How
they,
cold is cold?
They said it's not a good time to go to
It's
Norway,
not a
right?
good time, but it's good
the
time
worst
for us.
time. It's the worst time to go to Norway.
It's not a good time for them
All right.
Yeah.
because they're citizens of Norway. But
Yeah.
for us, it's the best time because we want to experience something different
Yeah.
than in Malaysia. So we said, wow, it's a good opportunity for
Yeah,
us.
it
The
is,
average, I
it
would
is.
say, -7
Yeah.
to negative
Negative
It's
7.
negative, guys.
minus 7.
Minus, yeah.
Yeah, that's the average
minus
temperature
14,
over there.
yeah.
But in terms of the internship, we've learned quite a lot actually. It's a totally different office environment over there.
Okay.
So it's a totally different working culture over there.
All right.
Very productive.
different.
Very productive. Yeah, not to say that Malaysians are not productive, but then their style is a little bit different, right? Azman?
Yeah, different
Their
style,
lunchtime is
different
only
approach.
about half an hour,
And what time is that?
11:30.
11:30.
That's their lunch.
Yeah,
All right,
11:30 is
so
your
you guys
lunch.
start at what time?
8, right? You can go
Yeah.
either at 8 or 9.
very
It's very
flexible.
it's very flexible
It's very
actually.
flexible.
Okay.
So if you go at 8, you finish at 4. If you go at 9, you finish at 5.
Okay.
So it's very flexible. It's not that you have to go 9 to 6 or 9 to 5.
And 3 o'clock there, it's already like 7 o'clock
Sunset.
here.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So and during January to I think May,
Yeah.
the night time is
Yeah.
more than the daytime.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's only a few hours you will see the sunlight. I mean, you're lucky if you can even see the sunlight. I mean, the ray. So usually it's very cloudy and especially
Very
during
dull.
this winter.
Yeah.
So it get dark at what time
Around
again?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
Yeah.
So basically, when you guys are still interning, when you guys are still like working,
Yeah.
it is already dark.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's very
Exactly.
dark. So
The sunrise is at 9 a.m. and
Okay.
it
And then
sets
it goes dark at 3.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's dark all the way.
it's dark all the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, in other words, is it safe for me to assume that people over there are very efficient?
Very efficient, very,
productive.
trustworthy, very
Yeah.
productive. All the positive vibes I can give it to you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Norway.
One thing that we love, they treat us like
They don't treat
real.
They don't treat you different.
They don't
No,
treat us
no,
different.
they don't treat
They
us
don't treat
different.
us like interns.
Yeah, they don't treat us like interns.
I mean, I'm not sure how people are supposed to treat like me, but I don't know how Lokman come up with that statement.
No, what I mean is they treat us like their own employees, doing the same thing, you know. So they are very friendly, actually.
Very friendly.
Yeah.
But
And you
Norwegian.
guys must be
Norwegians.
very unique to them.
Well,
Most
let's assume that
probably.
way.
Yeah, because you guys look unique compared to the other people in Norway.
Oh yeah, but not really. Let me just correct you there.
Okay.
Because for your information, there's a lot of Pakistanis there.
Oh yeah,
Indians.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because
You don't look Pakistani, man.
really,
A little bit, slightly.
is that a compliment?
What?
So I look Malaysian.
Yeah, you look very Malaysian.
No, I'm a mama. I'm a proud mama. So, yeah. But no, because Norwegian people, there's only 5 million people there. It's
Yeah,
a big
it's a-
country,
it's a
Alright.
but there's only 5 million people.
Small population.
All right, I think it's just a population for KL.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Alright, okay.
Yeah. So they actually opened some doors previously, or back many years ago, for refugees and for these people that needed a place to live, and they opened up back then. But I think now they are quite strict already.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why there are a lot of families from Pakistani, but they are now Norwegian.
So they thought you guys were refugees.
So they thought that there's sometimes they speak Norwegian language to us, but I said no, we are, because like I said, there's hardly Malaysian people there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Or maybe from Asian, and it's very. I mean, it's not a place for you.
And I don't think they expect a lot of tourists in there.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
because it's a
because
very expensive city.
It's a very
it's
expensive.
very
I mean,
expensive
Norway.
city.
Norway is one of the most expensive
Yeah.
country in the world.
Okay.
Like
Everything is
for example, like a Big Mac set, for us is about 15 ringgit. Over there, when we convert to our currency, it's about 50 ringgit.
really.
Yeah, around that.
I mean, I don't know. I
Around
didn't
that.
eat Big Mac. I don't want to eat that.
No, example.
So I don't know.
Example.
I was vegetarian.
Example.
Oh, example.
Example.
But again, I mean, are there some things which is cheap?
Salmon.
Salmon.
Salmon is very cheap.
Compared to Malaysian.
Yeah.
Salmon.
Because they are the biggest exporters of salmon.
Alright,
I mean,
so
you
I
can see a lot of in the menus
Norwegian.
and sushis around here. It's all Norwegian salmon, is it?
Yeah.
So it's all from there. So
So you guys like eat
That's one
salmon
thing.
all
Yeah.
almost
day?
every day.
Nasi-
one of our friend, our interns as well. I mean, just 3 of us. We went there.
Alright.
So he became our chef.
Tom yum
Every
salmon,
He brought all the tom
nasi
yum
goreng
paste.
salmon,
Yeah. He brought omelette.
Alright.
Salmon.
omelette with salmon. Yeah.
So basically every day is salmon for us, and that's why
And you guys eat Norwegian salmon every day.
Norwegian
Exactly,
salmon. Because at that time I
exactly.
can see Lokman's face to becoming salmon.
Salmon.
Yeah, back
Smell like salmon, you know. Everything.
Yeah, but again and again, I mean, the working experience, knowing the people,
Yeah.
interacting
Yeah.
with the people.
Oh, I love Norwegian people.
They're very
That
nice
must be
people.
They are wonderful.
One thing obvious about their working culture, there's no overtime.
all right.
Let's say if they go in at 9, they finish at 4.
Correct,
At
yeah.
4, whether they finish their work or not, they will go home.
They will go.
They will just leave everything on the table.
And you can see like almost the cups, the mugs, and the
Everything, they will
papers.
just go home.
They just leave. because
Like
they
for
don't
us, if you don't finish your work, you still have to stay on maybe until 9, 8, 9 o'clock. But not for them. 4 o'clock, once the clock hits 4, they will go home.
And
Continue
one
to work tomorrow, which is quite good actually.
It's good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you actually
Because you have more time with the family.
allocate the time. Exactly.
Yeah.
And Norwegian people are family
Oriented.
Oriented, yeah.
Okay.
They love their family so much. I mean, of course we do it. But I mean, in terms of time management, I mean, in Malaysia, for example, we're still going to use our WhatsApp at night. Sometimes people will still talk to us about work related
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
and we still have to reply and say, all right, we see you tomorrow, or email and stuff. But then for them now, I mean, you do not interrupt or disturb their time after working hours. I mean, that's I think it's an offense.
Okay,
I mean, not
alright.
law by law, but it's
Yeah.
culture-wise.
It's like an unspoken rule.
Yes.
that you
Exactly.
shouldn't-
That
you
people know
shouldn't
that.
Yeah.
interrupt.
Don't disturb.
Like an experience that I faced back in Norway.
Yeah.
Because they asked me to do a design of a brochure.
Okay.
So the one of the staff there insisted of me not doing it at home.
Okay.
Because they want me to do it just in the office. They don't want to
Because
disturb
Lokman
my.
is used to do things back in work. I
Yeah,
mean, in
you
house.
know,
Not,
yeah,
not
you
in the
know, bring-
office.
bring
In the
back-
office, you do nothing.
Bring back the work.
That, that is a Malaysian thing.
Yeah.
It's a Malaysian thing.
Yeah.
Even our assignments,
We'll do it at home.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
We like
Exactly.
to postpone. We like to procrastinate. We don't like do it on the time on the spot. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't even study in the classroom. We study
And-
in our room.
Exactly.
Or if you prefer to go to I don't know,
Exactly.
Starbucks or whatever to
Yeah.
just
Yeah, but they
hang.
insisted not to disturb my own time, my
Alright.
family time. Do it at the workplace. If you can't finish it today, you continue tomorrow.
And the beauty
So-
part is that Lokman's creation is now being used as officially.
Oh, yeah.
The brochure.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
I am
Thank
very
you.
proud. You know, when I see when we are back here, they email us
The brochure.
the brochures, and also some of the designs.
Official brochure.
The official brochure.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, wait a minute, I think I recognize this one. I mean, is that yours, Lokman?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Lokman, still he insisted, no, I'll remain as Young Sang Hero. So that's just that is Lokman.
It's for the company.
It's
yeah.
for the company.
Yeah,
That is
That
definitely
Yeah.
a very, very interesting experience. I mean, it's like comparing the workplace, comparing the situation. We would love to know more about Norway and Oslo,
Yep.
your experience. But I think before that, we're gonna take a very short break and listen to Twinkle Twinkle
Whoa.
Little Star.
All right.
Been a while.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Twinkle, twinkle, little best, how I wonder what you're at. Up above the world you fly, like a tea tray in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little best, how I wonder what you're at.
Hello, guys. That's
Twinkle,
what's it.
twinkle. I mean,
good
it's been
song.
ages since
Yeah,
I.
it's
a
been
good song.
ages, so that's why I
It's
said
a good
it's just a
song.
very, very short break, so to fresh up to listen to Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Anyway, guys, again, let's go back to Oslo, Norway, the working environment. But again, when we talk about internship, it can goes. There's like two sides of the coin. There are chances where the employers gonna, in a way, exploit the student or the employees.
Yeah.
But also in that circumstances where you mentioned just earlier, where if you're an intern, you just do your work during the working hours. There are also chances if you do it in Malaysia, a lot of students, a lot of interns would exploit what has been given, and they'll be like working on one project for like a month, which they can supposed to be done
Yep.
in
the
maybe
week,
in a
maybe?
week
Yeah.
or even in a day.
Yep.
So these are the things. I mean, when it comes to internship, because there is always issues where when people apply for internship, they're supposed, for example, they're supposed to do public relations, and by the end of the day, when they sign up, they are just doing hospitality, which
Yeah.
is photocopying, making
Coffee, yeah,
and all
well.
those sort of things. So basically, those are just hospitality.
Yeah.
So what are your comments on that?
My comment in that it's very simple. You know, the problem for some companies is that they don't really have
They want free labor or cheap
something
labor.
like that, and doing all those, you know, like you said, stapling, photo setting. So all those, I would say, dispatch or whatever positions that doing that already. But the problem, like I said, some companies they don't really have a proper module or plan
For
for the
interns,
interns.
yeah.
They're just doing it for the sake of having interns in the company and saying that, oh yeah, we have interns and we take interns, and not really focusing on what the interns should actually learn.
Yeah.
And differently in this company that we are in, that's why we are lucky and we are proud, and I love this company because they are not like that. I mean, they really want us to actually learn
something,
and understand the business.
Particularly in oil and
I mean,
gas,
in
yeah.
terms of oil and gas, what
Yeah.
they do. That's why they send us to Oslo. Not many people are sent to Oslo. Not many, because usually there's a certain time, a point of time where they actually send some interns to go to Oslo, and we are lucky that particular time is during our internship right now. So
Alright, okay.
that's why. So they ask us to go and learn what are we doing and why we have an office in Oslo and what are the progress that they have been doing. So basically, we in Oslo we are more on learning and understanding. So we meet every department's head in Oslo. We meet and one more thing that I love about Oslo in Norway is that there's no some sort of levels,
Hierarchy.
Hierarchy, yeah, that's the term. Hierarchy in the company.
It's a very open
everyone can just meet
concept.
anyone in the company.
Yeah.
Even we meeting the SVP, the senior vice president of business development, for example. We met him, and all those SVPs, the top leadership in the company in Oslo. We met them, and they are just very, very simple person and
very friendly.
They just sit down and say, they explain to us what are their duties and what are their experiences. And these people are not, I would say, normal person. I mean, these people are
like
really
big
professional,
shots.
big shots. I mean, these people are very, very old time, I would say.
And you guys have the chance to work with them.
Exactly, yeah.
And we are accepted happily. And like Loman said, they treat us like, one big family, and it's like we've been there our entire time. But
Yeah.
so that is the beauty that I think I love, the working environment. So we don't feel pressure. We don't feel, it's a troublesome for us to go to work and to go to intern. Maybe for some interns out there are feeling that kind of feelings. But for us, we're really happy with the environment and the working
Yeah,
experience.
I think it is important for companies to have a proper internship program
Yeah.
for the students to avoid, like you mentioned just now, to
Doing,
just making
nonsense stuff.
coffees, photocopying and all. So it is important for
You
companies.
could do that in your home.
Exactly, to have a proper learning experience when you're working with a particular company. Like for us, like Azman said, we are lucky that they have a proper program for the interns. That's why they sent us to Oslo to learn more about the industry itself. And then when they attach us to the KL office, so we know what we are doing. Although it's only for 3 months.
We already know about the
Yeah.
nature of the business.
The business, exactly.
You
So
really
we can
understand what you
align.
guys are doing. Not
Exactly.
Just, not just your work, but the whole
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
But this is another issue when we talk about internship. I think basically in Malaysia, outside for a lot of people, their main concern was for some people is that there are some places where if you want to intern, you need to pay them. There are cases
yeah.
where if you want to intern, you need to pay. That is one thing.
The
Not-
employer, I mean?
Yes,
The-
you need
the
to
interns.
pay the company.
Oh.
Yes, there are cases where if you want to intern at a certain company, you need to pay that company just to get that slot. That is happening now in Malaysia. Not only they are not getting paid. Not only
you have to
I mean,
pay.
it's like not only they don't get either basic allowances.
What
because
company can be? Big shot companies, is it?
there are certain companies that do that because why? Because they have very high demand. There are certain companies that have very high demand. Like back in my old days, I'm not that old anymore. That's why I'm wearing the cap.
Yeah.
To feel younger at heart. So back in those days, before 2010, there were no rules and regulations saying that, especially if you intern with a GLC or with a ministry, you're not gonna get any pay at all. Not even tokens, not even 500 ringgit. You are just there for free. And there are also cases where, but these days it's a lot better. At least you get like 500 ringgit, 1,000
allowance,
ringgit,
yes.
allowances.
Yeah.
Because why? Because those are your operational costs.
Yes, yes.
But it is worse when you see there are students that need to pay to be an intern.
Wow.
That is just very, very sad. Because why? Because especially in Malaysia right now, there are, people, it is compulsory for them to graduate. They need to do internship. So this
A requirement.
it is part of the requirement. If they don't do their internship, they don't get to graduate.
Yeah.
So these are the current issues. But I think we need a holistic approach. As you mentioned, all these companies, they should be more responsible.
Yep.
Because they need to help.
And I think the university should intervene in these cases.
Yes.
Yeah, because like in Taylor's, when we are about to do our internship, we have the list in Taylor's portal. We have this internship portal.
Yeah, we have a proper platform
Where this platform actually lists all those companies that are looking for interns. But of course, we can also do it ourselves by not utilizing those platforms, but we do it manually by googling.
I think that's a great
or-
effort. That's a great
Yeah.
effort.
Yeah.
Things
And it's-
should
yeah.
be that way.
And all those agreements of the internship is written down there prior of you deciding which company to work with.
Exactly.
So in terms of allowance, in terms of working hours, in terms of the company's policy,
Transportation.
all that is already written down in different companies that are listed in the platform. So it's actually easier for students to see and which is for them most suitable for them. Yeah.
And there are also cases, I mean, just reflecting on reality, where these people, they say that they're interning in a company A, but actually company A is basically just a shell company that doesn't do anything.
Yep.
And
There's
they're
so
just-
many cases. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think so.
they're just at home, sleeping,
Yeah,
doing this
yeah.
and that, and suddenly when for example, there are cases where when the supervisors when the lecturers want to come and see the working environment or the working place,
Dia jam,
dia jam lah. Nak kena pergi sewa kat tempat mana simpang kan.
Call kawan ni ke?
Ya, dan ada meja sendiri lah kat situ and all.
Yeah.
But that's why I said, I mean, these are the issues relating to internship these days. Anyway, I think it's like both of your experience is a great example of internship supposed
Hope so.
to be. Supposed to be. Anyway, we're gonna take another one short break. and
hopefully our companies and people are listening to this.
Yes.
We are really talking good about it.
No, you guys should actually, share them the link after this.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, so we're gonna take another one short break. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Tom Jones. She's a lady.
Oh,
Yeah.
old song, eh?
Yep.
But no, we are young, but we listen to old school songs as well.
A request by Azman Aziz.
Kantoi.
All right, okay, enjoy.
Well, she's all you'd ever want. She's the kind I'd like to flaunt and take to dinner. Well, she always knows her place. She's got style, she's got grace. She's a winner. She's a lady. Whoa, she's a lady. Talking about that little lady. And the lady is mine. But she's never in the way. Always something nice to say. What a blessing. I can leave her on her own, knowing she's okay alone and there's no messing. She's a lady. Oh, she's a lady. Talking about that little lady. And the lady is mine. No, she never asks very much, and I don't refuse her. Always treat her with respect. I never would abuse her. What she's got is hard to find, and I don't want to lose her. Help me build a mountain from a little pile of clay. But she knows what I'm about. She can take what I dish out, and that's not easy. But she knows me through and through, and she knows just what to do and how to please me. She's a lady. Oh, she's a lady. Talking about the little lady. And the lady is mine. Yeah, she's a lady. Oh, she's a lady. Listen to me, people, she's a lady. Yeah, she's a lady. Oh, she's a lady. Talking about the little lady. Oh, she's a lady. Yeah, she's a lady.
Hello, you guys. We are back in MySwara FM Hot Talk talking about internship with Azman Aziz. And
It's gonna be
Lokman
huge.
Hadir.
It's gonna be great.
Internship.
Internship is gonna be great. And American people, we believe in interns. Interns is the future of the country.
The view in the
And-
country.
Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be huge.
Oh, suddenly Donald Trump, you got it.
We really want you to do Najib's voice
Oh,
and
no.
also Anwar Ibrahim's voice
Oh,
after
really?
this. I mean Anwar Ibrahim as an intern.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe
so,
later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe he's interning in Sungai Buloh. You never know. Yeah, he has his own part of doing stuff. But anyway, anyway. So we were talking about internship. How interesting was your experience? And then right now you guys already have been doing like more than I think
Yeah, two-third. Yep.
2/3 of your internship. How do you guys? How do you see yourself, going back to school after this? I mean, you guys already been there in the real world. Now you guys need to
Yep.
go back to school. So, what is your feeling?
Ya, dia dalam bahasa Melayu dipanggil balik kandang. So kita rasa sekarang ni kita but actually you know what? Because it's a 50-50 kind of a situation. I mean, the other part that we are feeling sad to leave
The company.
this very beautiful company, beautiful
Alright.
people in the company, and the other part is that actually we are also missing our college life.
Yeah.
Because as you know, now only I understand how working people really are. I mean, how they feel. Every day 9 to 5. And after that they feel tired.
Now you value your sleep
Exactly.
even more.
You value your time, especially.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, in college, because in
It's
college
flexible.
it's flexible. Sometimes
Yeah.
you got class, sometimes you don't have class, 10
Yeah.
to 12, and you're free, so you have many times to actually spend on
Yeah,
yourself and
exactly.
doing things as a young people do things, you see.
Alright.
But currently now when we are working, we feel
9
that
to 6.
we have less time to actually spend on ourselves.
Alright.
Exactly.
Especially because after that, when we after work we feel tired, so we go home. Then we
Take a
rest, and
bath,
once we're in
rest.
the room, we just sit on the bed. Oh, we feel very comfortable. Bed is the most beautiful thing that we look after our work. Seriously,
So you guys should be interning in King Coil.
Oh yeah, we should. That's a
that'd
good
be
one.
lovely. It's
That's
like
a
9 to
good one.
5, but sleeping.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
So what about you, Lukman?
Well, like Azman said, I agree. Of course, we'll miss the company, especially Yunsan, the place that we are interning. But of course, we miss our college life as well.
Yeah.
So 9 to 6 working, it's not easy. It's a bit tiring, but you learn a lot.
9 to 6. Sorry, I said 9 to 5.
Yeah, 9
1
to
hour
6.
discount.
Yeah, 9 to 6. It's not easy. It's actually very tiring. Now we
And
understand
have to face the jam, you see?
traffic and
Yeah.
all. So
All
now,
these things.
exactly. Now we understand how the working culture is like in Malaysia, especially. That's why we are looking forward to go back to our university. It's quite
Or
flexible.
you guys
now.
are looking forward to go to Oslo?
Oh,
That is
that is better. No, seriously, we have the opportunity. I would love to stay there. I will
Yeah,
study there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But
because,
I mean-
because I think we don't have a lot of people who migrate from Malaysia to Norway.
Yeah.
But you guys can start that.
maybe we can start the
but,
trend.
But for Malaysia, there's one in our company when we were there.
Yeah.
One
There's one
Malaysian
Malaysian,
actually.
yeah.
He's working
But
there,
she's
married
married-
Norwegian
yeah,
people.
Norwegian, yeah.
And now she's staying there.
So what's your plan? I mean, so is there
we're currently still
any Norway girls?
Oh yeah, we're still currently looking for Norwegian girls. One more thing. Let me just share this with you people. I mean,
Yeah.
since we're talking about Norwegian girls, I mean Norwegian girls or women in Norway, they are absolutely beautiful.
That's stunning.
They're stunning. I'm seriously, because you know why?
But do they speak English?
They speak English.
Yeah, they do.
They speak good
Alright.
English, apparently.
And they speak Norwegian at the same time?
Norwegian is the same
Is
time.
it hard to speak Norwegian?
It is very hard.
Very hard. The only thing that I can remember now is Tusentak.
We should thank you.
Thank you.
Terima kasih.
That's all I can do.
Yeah.
I mean, no. The girls, I'm telling you, it's like models are everywhere.
All right.
All the girls are like models. I mean, their their face, their how they are present themselves is it's really like model. It's like when you go to any shop, for example, like sometimes we want to eat some fries, McDonald's. The girls that are actually doing
The
those
fries.
fries is like a model.
All right.
The cashier is like a
all
model.
right, so maybe a lot of Malaysians want to move there and work in
Yeah.
McDonald's.
But
Maybe.
They
yeah.
just don't know that. The fact that there's some people like that in Norway. If they
But-
know, I think almost
Everyone-
half of the population of the guys here are going to go shave in
But of
Norway.
course, our Malaysian girls are still beautiful as well.
Of course.
No doubt there.
I'm
Huh?
not saying that.
Okay,
I'm
look,
just
man,
saying
we understand.
Yeah.
But I wonder why Lokman is still single.
Yeah,
Your
exactly.
position right now, we totally understand that. Yeah, really appreciate
But
it.
yeah, apart from that,
But the point,
The point-
that's
the point is, yeah.
That's the point why I'm saying this. The point why I'm saying this is that this is why internship actually opened our eyes. You know, we
Yeah,
we
exactly.
learn new things,
Yeah.
we get to know things.
So you guys get to check out Norwegian chicks.
Yeah, that's one thing. One of the factors.
Eh,
One
kalau
of-
dalam bahasa Melayu
One
pepatah juga kalau sambil menyelam sambil air.
Ah.
Jadi kalau kita dah di beribu-ribu kilometer away from our country, no, I mean we're just seeing. I mean we're just looking.
Yeah.
There's nothing else. I mean no harm on doing that. I mean in Malaysia also we are looking everywhere. So you know, I mean
Yeah,
so it's nothing. It's
Exactly.
no offense.
No,
being made.
no,
offense,
no.
And usually girls like to be a center of attraction. Am I right?
I'm not a girl, so
No, I mean as a husband.
yeah.
Your wife always,
Yes, of course.
demand for your attention. So it's
The
something
one
like
and
that.
only attention.
The one and
Yeah,
only.
exactly. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. if not, I'm gonna get crucified.
But apart from missing our college life, we are
miss
great.
your-
We
you
are
miss
exactly. We are grateful that we learned quite a lot during
Yep,
our internship
that's
period.
the
That
most
one
important
is
thing.
the
Yep,
most important
yep.
thing.
We,
Yeah.
Alright.
we have to learn
So
new
you guys
things.
are finishing your internship soon?
So
Yeah,
16
we're
March.
Finishing,
We'll
yeah,
finish in March.
16 March, yeah, we are
16
finishing.
March.
Yeah, about a
So
couple
you-
of weeks to go.
All right. So basically, like less than 3 weeks to go.
Yeah,
Less than 3 weeks.
Time
to go.
flies.
when you're having fun.
Yes.
So
We are having fun.
it would be fair to say that you guys really enjoy your internship.
Yep,
Really
exactly.
It's brilliant
Perfect.
and it's perfect.
I think we're gonna take one last break before we end the session today, ladies and gentlemen.
It's ending
This
already?
is, Chainsmoker, something just like this.
I've been reading books of old, the legends and the myths, Achilles and his gold, Hercules and his gifts, Spider-Man's control, and Batman with his fist. And clearly I don't see myself upon that list. But she said, where'd you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts, some superhero, some fairy tale bliss. Just something I can turn to, somebody I can kiss. I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this. I want something just like this. I've been reading books of old, the legends and the myths, the testaments they told, the moon and its eclipse, and Superman unrolls the suit before he lived. But I'm not the kind of person that it fits. She said, where'd you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts, some superhero, some fairy tale bliss. Just something I can turn to, somebody I can miss. I want something just like this. I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this. Where'd you wanna